should you focus on your weaker functions? Should you focus on your tertiary function and your inferior function? Coming up. Hey boyos. I don't know what to call everybody. You as a viewer. What should I call you? Friend? Geek? Hero? Slayer? Life slayer? Think about it. I'd like to know. Should you focus on your tertiary function? Should you focus on your inferior, your weaker functions? And, there's a lot to say about it. I'm semi on two different opinions, and I'll explain them through this video. But first, I do want to start out with a quote from the Dali Lama. With realization of one's own potential and self-confidence in one's ability, one can build a better world. I mean, isn't that the truth? Like, if you know more about what you are good at, your strengths, and you have more confidence built around it, more awareness of it, more language for it, like, oh, that's actually something I'm good at. I didn't realize that, when you have that understanding, then you are able to impact the world more. You're able to change the world and make the world a better place, or at least make your world a better place. This could be just because I'm an introverted feeler, but in my opinion, you can do anything through that, through knowing who you are. If you know what you're good at, you can double down on that, and then you can do things better, and you can do what you do better, and then delegate out, this is extroverted thinking talking, delegate out the things that you struggle with. If somebody else is good at that, taxes and business stuff, that's not what I care to be focused on, right? So I can give that to somebody else who actually is good at it and enjoys it, and that's their strength. And they are making the world a better place for the people who need that stuff done. So think about it like this. If you were to focus on your weaknesses, it would kind of be like Superman, who's got tons of powers, right? Being like, no, I'm just not gonna fly anymore. I'm not gonna have this super strength and invulnerability. It's not. What I really want to focus on is not being weak to kryptonite. That's my goal. Like, why would you do that? You can do so much with your strengths, with your abilities, your skill set, that focusing on covering up something that you can easily get around, or you can just, it's not really that abundant in Superman's case. It just seems like a waste, right? It's like Luffy from One Piece. He's a boy made of stretchy rubber, okay? He can do a lot of cool stuff with it. It's kind of a silly ability, sure. But he has a weakness. He's weak to water. He can't be in water. Oh, and by the way, he's a pirate. You think that stopped him? You think he was like, no, I'm not gonna fulfill my dreams because I'm afraid of my weakness. I'm afraid of water. I'm afraid of being surrounded by water for most of my journey in life. No, he just got really good at what he did, and he built he built a team with people who had the skills that were able to support him on his journey to be a badass. So let's talk a little bit about the cognitive functions. They're not really separated into these silos. It's not like you choose introverted sensing and then you get none of extroverted intuition. That's not how it works. They work together. Getting extroverted intuition experiences, changing things, experimenting, excitedly playing with what could happen, brainstorming and going out there and talking to random people just to get more of those experiences and connect the patterns of life, that feeds into introverted sensing, right? Capturing a bunch of experiences in this net, is you're funneling it in, and then later you can review it through introverted sensing. might not be my strength, my skill, but focusing on doing extroverted intuition stuff and leveraging and growing that mentor, listening to what the mentor is saying, is a way of slowly rising the skills of introverted sensing, the tertiary function. And the more experiences you get with your mentor, your auxiliary function, the easier it is to bridge to that other world. Extroversion for an introvert, introversion for an extrovert, which is going to then again rise that skill level of your inferior function, your aspirational function. So that's how I like to think about it. Like, focus on the auxiliary, get a bunch of experiences. Like for FI and TE, introverted feeling, extroverted thinking. Okay, my dominant function, introverted feeling, the resonating heart, the reflective priest-like character. Extroverted thinking, the strategic commander, this executor, going out there with this huge broadsword, bastard sword, buster sword. There you go. If I have a full understanding of who I am, and I have built this acceptance of myself, this understanding of, yes, I am a good person, I'm making the right choices, I've refined this, I'm not overly emotional in some way, I'm using this emotion, I'm using this conviction to make anything happen no matter what. No matter what resources I have or don't have, I'm going to make it happen. That conviction is real. Like, that is going to push IFPs into doing it, to accomplishing it, to getting their goals done. And that's all extroverted thinking type of stuff, right? And yes, it's very good to build the resource management around that and understand how to track progress and things like that. But those are skills that you can kind of build up along the way. But if you focus on your strengths, you will get to the place you need to be, and you will build those resources. Does that make sense? I hope it does, because that is my main perspective on it. And now we'll come in with this little caveat, this other perspective, just to even things out. Felt a little lopsided. If you have a problem, there's the saying that you're not going to solve it through the same approach that you've always done. I find that very true too. So it is important to accept the other perspectives within you, to listen to these other problem-solving strategies. You can't always use a hammer, but a hammer is a pretty dang good tool. It can do a lot of stuff. It can beat zombies up too, right? But, sometimes it's important to listen to those other cognitive functions, those other voices. Listen to other people with different skills and strengths than you. For an ESFJ or an ENFJ, okay, it's like, do you really want to get better at your ability to take action, to get people like immediately working better together? I mean, that's your skill. That's like your main skill, your dominant, your primary skill, your hero. Really, really good at being like, I see the situation. You okay, man? Let's go up there and let's help out and make sure everybody's needs are met and understand and read the culture of the room and the vibe and stuff like that. And get the morale and the people working together. Like, that's your skill. Do you really need to focus more on extroverted sensing or extroverted intuition, your tertiary function, your rookie, your newbie, and be like, I need to get more into the moment. I need to shake things up and experience things and stimulate what's going on more? I don't think so. I don't think that's going to give you as much of a return. It's it is good, sure, but I think it's better to focus on introverted intuition or introverted sensing. Make sure that your actions are the right actions to take. Or an ISFJ and an ISTJ, making sure that your next experience is going to be perfect. You're not going to like capture this awful experience that you're constantly reflecting over. Focusing on that, like making sure that that doesn't happen, is not going to give you as much of a skill boost in life as is to learn how to adapt to and take control of the situation. Right? That's putting those two together is how you explode with your skills, your genius, your superpowers. It's not about reflecting internally or refining internally your judgments and protecting yourself through that being correct, being right. It's learning how to take action and take control and change things to make it better based on those captured experiences. So I'm just going to finish this up with asking you, when you are thinking of, should I focus on my weakness? Are you doing it in a sense of, I'm afraid of doing something, but I still really want to use this tertiary function? and I want to use it so bad that I'm going to boost all this and like give it these blessings and buffs and everything like that so that I can still use it? Or should I really just listen to this guy that's a badass, really strong, super powerful dude that's going to push me into another realm of understanding who I am and impacting the world? I think that's the key question. Please let me know down below if you have any comments, questions, anything like that. Your questions feed the content that is made here. So it helps if you ask me questions. And also other people can give input on it too, because I don't like just being a one-way conversation here. I want to listen. Anyway, keep up the lifelong questing. Good luck, have fun. Peace. What was I going to say? Bananas? No. Orange? No. Monkey butlers? No. Just have that little monkey going ching ching ching. Oh yeah. Okay, so